Hello all, Nick Calabro here with Collaboration, and I want to quickly talk about a meeting that we were in earlier today, and the gall that this person had during this sales meeting was just astounding, and I just have to kind of share some of this stuff here. So ultimately what happened was we were in the sales meeting, we were explaining the services, explaining our pricing, explaining kind of the process that we take with a lot of this stuff, and one thing led to another, and about maybe like 30 minutes into the meeting, they say to me, I don't want to be paying your overhead. What is the actual cost of this, like at cost? And I kind of was taken aback. I said to myself, is this person really asking me what the services are at cost and they want to just pay that? Do they not understand that this is a service that we're providing and they have to pay basically a little bit more than what is at cost because we're a company that has to make a profit, right? So ultimately what happened here was this person felt scammed ultimately by our maybe sales pitch, our services, our company, and they felt they deserved to only pay what the literal minimum amount would be to actually afford these services with nothing more. So I say to them, okay, well, we have my personal time here, right, on this sales meeting that has to cover explaining the services and the process to you and our operations to you. I have the staff, okay, you figure everyone's getting paid whatever they're getting paid, okay? Like, these are professional web developers and digital marketers and whatnot. They have to be paid the amount that is of market, okay? And they are going to be ultimately paying for these things, plus the profit that the company has to make, plus the actual ad spend that they're going to be spending if they want to actually push out any paid advertising. So bottom line here is you're never going to be able to get some of this stuff at cost, because then you should just be doing it yourself, okay? Even at that point, right? Value your time at some level, okay? And then you're going to be paying that ultimately as well. So, pardon me. Ultimately, the problem here was that this person did not understand that the services cost money and that they have to pay somewhat of an overhead, somewhat of, you know, the staff actually working on their account and whatnot, and they really didn't understand the market. So ultimately, perhaps this was poor prospecting on our part, even meeting with this person to begin with, because someone that's not going to understand or give proper value to you or your company is not someone that you want to work with, right? So right then and there, I essentially wrapped up the meeting. I was like, look, I don't think this is going to work out because clearly you're not even understanding the value. You have no concept of the market and what these services cost, okay? Really, all the pricing, all the kind of strategies that go into this stuff, it just comes down to the market, right? What is the market telling you that you cost? If you are running a couple different Facebook ad campaigns per month and managing maybe a couple $1,000s worth of advertisements, okay, there is a market rate for that, right? It might be something like $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month retainer, plus whatever percentage you're charging for whatever kind of ad spend you're spending, whatever, however you want to structure your pricing, okay? There is a market rate for this. And if they don't understand that they're going to have to be paying market, just drop them, right? Leave them and say, look, I implore you to find somebody that is going to do these services for you at cost, okay, so they can make maybe barely any profit at all, okay? I implore you to find that. You're going to have to find maybe an intern who will find value. You're going to have to sell that intern on working for free. If you can do that, great, kudos to you, right? If you can eke free work out of people, fine. If you want them to volunteer, fine. That's nothing wrong with that, right? That's also the market. If you can get people to be doing free services for you, then there's value in that as well. Ultimately, bottom line here is you have to be understanding of the market. You have to understand that people may not want to be paying you, and these people you don't want to do any work with at all because they are really just unappreciative, not understanding of services or the market or really their industry at all. And tell them, look, go find somebody else, because you're going to be coming back, right? If our prices are even a little bit shorter than someone else that you're talking to, you're probably going to be coming back because you're going to go out there, do some shopping around, and realize, oh wow, yeah, these actually are pretty expensive services. So ultimately, prospect better, don't get yourself in this type of situation, and understand the market and price accordingly. I'm Nick Calabro. Now get to work.